Welcome to the next e-learning. This module is a follow-up from the Salesforce reporting induction, and it will introduce the standard reports in Salesforce and what they are typically used for. I'm Particia Meyer. I'm a Senior Campaign Manager and in charge of the training and upskill of the CMs here at EIMS. So let's recap what the standard reports in Salesforce actually are. When we talk about standard reports in Salesforce, we mean a set of reports available in all Salesforce environments which help us report on specific metrics. Those are templates which can be customized to show what you want to see. And in this module, we're going to cover the most commonly used ones in EIMS. Just to recap from our last module, Salesforce is a highly customized system which will vary from client to client. Additional reports and custom fields will be available depending on the specific Salesforce environment that you're working on. So you really need to familiarize yourself 100% with your specific Salesforce and its use for your particular client, and this will be to enable you to report on what you want to see. So why is this knowledge about the standard reports so important? The answer is simple. The different reports hold different kind of information about your data in Salesforce. So knowing about the standard reports will help you make a decision about which report to use for which scenario. For example, I need to see how many leads have converted to an opportunity. You would probably choose the leads with converted lead information report. Or I need to see the opportunities resulting from our last campaigns. Campaign with opportunities should help you with this. In case of doubt, check with the client or their Salesforce admin which report is most suitable, as it might vary depending on client-specific Salesforce setup. So, what type of reports can we usually find in Salesforce? Number one, the leads report. This pulls all information regarding leads. They can include the converted information, where a lead has turned into an ops. And this report is typically used for reporting on available data for EIMS, if we're calling leads, data quality, and EIMS success, so pipeline revenue or opportunity status, and the conversion rates. The next one is the opportunity report. And this pulls all information regarding opportunities and can include products, partners, or opportunity history. This report is typically used for reporting on pipeline and revenue, progress of opportunities through the funnel, control of sales, so a check of regular system updates and if they are working on the ops, and also a breakdown of revenue and pipeline, for example, by product or partner. Also available is the campaign report. And this pulls all information regarding leads or opportunities linked to a specific campaign. It can include contacts and accounts or campaign members, so people that were included in this particular campaign. This report is typically used for reporting on success of certain campaigns where the campaign information does not sit on the lead report, or movement of leads, so generated by certain marketing campaigns. You should use campaign reports to analyze marketing efforts. Then we have the accounts report. And this pulls all information regarding accounts and contacts. It can also include who is working on a specific account, which partner it is allocated to, or the history of this account. This report is typically used for campaigns where we work on accounts rather than on leads. So, for example, major account profiling on Salesforce. With an account report, you can report on progress of account mapping, development, or account-specific information. So, for example, where does the account stand today and how has it developed overall, as opposed to just looking at the individual opportunities within that account. This can be useful to find out who the client's golden nuggets are, the most promising and revenue-generating accounts. Then we have the activity report. And this pulls all information regarding the agent activity. It can include information about tasks and events, leads, opportunities and campaigns. And this is typically used for reporting on calling activity and agent productivity, so tasks, events created or calls logged. From all available reports under this section, we usually use the task and events report. Please note that the use of this report heavily depends on how your agents work with Salesforce. The reporting here needs to be aligned with the individual activities during calling, so tasks, log calls, etc. On some of our campaigns, we don't use tasks and events, so this report would obviously be obsolete. And finally, a subcategory, the history or field history reports. Those are available across several report types, for example, on the opportunities and leads report. It shows information about the change history of key fields, including old and new values, and the dates edits were made. And this is usually used to track movement or velocity of records through to close or the funnel shape. For example, when changes to the sales stage were made, so deal advancements, or when leads have been progressed. Watch out, make sure that the tracking for the field whose history you want to see is enabled.